If you've been thinking about posting for months or have a notes app full of unfinished ideas, or are just sick and tired of watching other people grow while you just sit around and overthink everything, this video is for you, because today I'm going to talk through my exact roadmap for how I went to constantly overthinking things to building a system that allows me to post consistently on a weekly and even daily basis. This isn't about hacks or viral tricks that's going to help you overnight. This is about building confidence over the duration of the next few months so that you can really go into the next year feeling confident and ready to just kick ass on your content creation goals. So this is my Creator Confidence Blueprint. It's a framework to help you build the mindset, system, and habits to start posting confidently before 2026. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to overcome perfectionism and fear, how to build your own Creator OS system, and how to post your first confident video as soon as possible. So let's get started. So if you're watching this video and feel that this connects with you, then you probably aren't exactly sure what you should be posting in the first place. You might not know the different types of content that you should be posting, what topics you should be covering. You might overthink every idea until you eventually talk yourself out of even completing it. And you probably think a little too much about what other people think, especially the people in your immediate circle. And that's okay, because every creator started exactly where you are. If you were to go to any of your favorite creators' accounts and just scroll to the bottom of their page, I guarantee you're going to see something that is way lower quality than they would actually want to post today. And that's because we all come from different starting points. Some of us have more technical skills where we know how to set up the camera, how to light it, but maybe we lack the personality or the confidence to speak to the camera. Whereas others are just good at speaking to the camera. They have good charisma and energy, but they don't know the technical aspect, how to set it up properly, how to get good lighting, audio, and then how to edit it. And the truth is, every creator goes through this, because in a field like this, you can't build in the private. You have to build publicly. You have to go through trial and error to figure out exactly what works for you and just continue to make pivots as you go. My starting point was from a technical perspective. I knew how to run a camera. I knew how to get good audio. I knew how to light a scene because I had been doing this with my agency, but I had zero idea how to speak to the camera. And I would spend 30 minutes setting up a beautiful scene only to sit down and then just be strucken by fear looking into the camera. And the first time that I hit publish on a talking head video like this, it was one of the most nerve-wracking experiences of my entire creative journey. I was so concerned with what other people would think of me that I almost didn't even hit publish. I think that post was actually sitting in my drafts for like 2 or 3 days before I finally hit publish. And when I did, I was actually surprised with the response. And slowly over time, over the last few years, I started to build confidence speaking to the camera. I went from posting a couple of times a month to 5 times per week, speaking to the camera. And through that, I developed my own Creator OS. And that system became my superpower because it was something that I consistently could show up and feel confident knowing that it's worked in the past and I'm going to continue to get better in the future. And so here are the main mindset shifts that I made that helped me feel more confident speaking to the camera. Number 1 is clarity and finding my voice. When I first started, I was just doing photography tips and honestly just kind of regurgitating things that I saw working for other people online. And in the beginning, while I do think it's important to go through the process of seeing what works for other creators, I think it's just as important for a personal brand to focus on your story, your passions, your pursuit, and creating content that's specifically tied to you. A quote that I heard from a mentor is that if it can live on any other page, any other Instagram account, then it shouldn't be on yours. And I think that is incredibly important when it comes to building authenticity and connection with your audience and not just posting random tips and value. Value is important. It's definitely a pillar that you need to focus on, but authenticity and connection is what will develop your voice as a creative. Number 2 is analysis paralysis. And one thing that I did that really helped me with this was shifting from reading an exact script to focus on bullet points. I was always somebody who spoke directly from a script, and now I think it's more important to really let yourself flow and move away from the script. So the way that I write my scripts now is focusing on the hook, the first 3 to 5 seconds of the video, and really making sure that you nail that wording right. Spending a little bit of time to write an engaging hook goes a long way. But once you nail the hook, I think that speaking off the cuff is more natural and allows you to breathe a little bit more when it comes to pre-producing your content. If you're somebody who wants to read exactly from a script and make sure that everything is airtight, that is completely fine. And there's plenty of creators who are doing that and being successful. But for me, it wasn't natural. And I didn't think it moved the needle enough to continue doing it. The amount of time that I would spend writing the remaining 80-90% of the video after the hook, in my opinion, was overshadowed by the amount that I could produce from just shooting from the hip and spending less time in the pre-production phase. Number 3 is death by perfection, and this was fixed by adopting the 80% rule. This rule basically just states that if it's 80% complete in your mind, hit publish. The remaining 20% is not going to move the needle enough to take the extra amount of time. And many times that additional 20% actually takes longer than the first 80% because you're just fine-tuning all of the small tweaks, details, making title changes that don't actually move the needle. Because the truth is, if you're coming from a creative background, your 80% is probably better than most people's 100. Number 4 is the fear of judgment. And this was fixed by just reframing my perspective. I shifted my mindset from thinking about the people who would judge me to the people who I could help through my content. A few years ago, I had a great friend of many years tell me that he thought my content was cringe. And honestly, it kind of stung. It took the wind out of my sails because this person who I thought would support me and kind of be one of my ride or dies openly voiced that my content wasn't for him. And to be honest, that was an amazing learning lesson because the truth is my content isn't for him. He is a construction worker in Kansas, and the person that I'm speaking to is trying to develop a career in content creation. And so that moment of realization of my content isn't for everybody and I shouldn't believe that it is actually very powerful because it allows you to get out of the way of thinking, what are they going to think? Because I promise you that when you receive a message from somebody else saying that your content inspired them, your content is making them take a step towards their dream, it is going to outweigh the haters by tenfold. It is the most energizing feeling, and that should be your North Star, not worried about who's going to judge you for what you produce. And finally, number 5 is having 0 systems in place, which was fixed through my Creator OS. It's a simple Notion workflow to capture your ideas, sort your ideas, and push them all the way to the published stage. All of my ideas will be dumped into a general idea bank. And then each week I would decide exactly what I want to post, curate a bank of ideas for that week, write the hooks and scripts for that content, film it, edit it, and then post it. And through that, I really created a powerful system that I can take every idea from a concept to a published post consistently and effortlessly. So now let's get into 5 steps to build unshakable creator confidence. Step number 1 is showing up. You should be filming yourself every day. When you're first starting, you really need to think about content creation like the gym. You don't get in shape from one 3-hour session at the gym. You get in shape from going every day for 20 minutes a day for 3 or 4 months. So if you're trying to build creator confidence, focus on showing up every day, recording yourself for 10 minutes unscripted, review it and pick out one thing that you want to work on, and then do the same thing the next day, focused on fixing that one error and getting 1% better every day. Next is understanding what to post. And if you're just starting out, I highly recommend using these 4 pillars that apply to everybody: your story, your purpose, your passion, and your pursuit. If you create content over those 4 pillars for a consistent period of time, you're going to build relatability with your audience. They're going to come from the same place as you. They're going to be interested in your same passions. They have the same goals or pursuits, and they feel like they just have a general purpose that relates to you. So focus on those pillars to start, and your brand will craft itself. Step number 3 is building your system or your Creator OS. Find a way to capture your ideas daily, sort them weekly, and publish consistently. Your ideas are assets, but they're only valuable once you publish them. Step number 4 is posting without fear. And yes, this can only be fixed by posting. Even if it's just on your phone, post a video of you speaking to the camera about your story, your purpose, your passion, or your pursuit, and just see what happens. No retakes, no overthinking, no over editing. Get it to 80% perfect and put it out there. And then constantly reiterate until you have something that you're proud of. Another tip for this is posting trial reels. And I know that there still are some accounts that don't have access to this, but in your reels section, you can click trial reels. And all this does is it allows you to post a video to only your non-followers. So if you are concerned with what other people would think, one thing you could try is posting a bunch of content to your trial reels and seeing if people start engaging with that. If after a day or two you feel like you want to post it, you can just click share to everyone and then it just gets posted as a regular video. And finally, stay consistent. I really recommend time blocking out your week so you're not trying to do everything in one day. My recommendation would be a research and ideation phase on Monday, writing your scripts or hooks on Tuesday, filming on Wednesday, and editing on Thursday. And make sure to show up as this is a meeting with yourself that is non-negotiable. If you want to take this serious, you have to start looking at this as a career. So building out these time blocks and trying to batch your content will help you so much in the long run. And so now you have two choices to make. Option one is you close this video and you continue scrolling, or option two is you go and you make something messy, imperfect, and just put it out there. Because confidence isn't built from scrolling, it's built from doing and posting imperfection, showing up, and then reiterating. If you are trying to take this serious, then I built a space exactly for you. It's called FS Creative and it's still in the infancy phase. Until the start of 2026, I'm hosting workshops that allow people from the workshops to get access to the community. Each week we'll have Q&As, which allows you to hop in and ask questions and interact with other people in the group. And the workshops will focus on building creator confidence through your creator identity, through posting tactics, building your systems, and everything that we just discussed. It's not just a course, it's a creator incubator and the same exact creator OS system that I've been using to get to where I am now. Everything you need is in there and all that's missing is your action. So if you're interested in learning more, hit the link below to join the community and let's start building your confidence together. Chat soon.